city that you've played in where you've just totally lost your cool because you're way too excited to play it?
I used to live in Northern California, and Stevie Ray Vaughan would come up there, and he was playing about 15,000 to 20,000 seaters. And I was 15 years old, and he used to say, "Hey man, why don't you get up on stage with me tonight? Why don't you sit in for a couple of songs?" And I would just get so nervous thinking about 20,000 people watching me with the greatest guitar player alive, But he would pretty much just force me up there. He was like, "Okay, the guitar's going to be there. It's right there on stage. My guitar tech's going to throw you out. I'll introduce you." And usually Stevie would sort of egg me on too by saying, before I got up, "The greatest guitar player ever, Doyle Bramhall." And then I would get up on stage and break 3 strings and not be able to play. I would have to say those were definitely the most exciting moments. And just recently playing with Eric, we started the tour off in Barcelona, and I remember just being extremely nervous. I haven't been that nervous since I was a kid, getting on stage with him, because I just wanted to get it right, I don't practice. Practice makes me very angry with myself and frustrated. It's being left-handed upside down, and really I don't know what to practice because I can't read from a book. I can't learn from another guitar player because everything is sort of backwards when you look at it because of the way I play. My strings are backwards. So it sort of just frustrates me. And for me, I get my practice in when I write songs, and I do write a lot. And that's really when I practice. By Pete Townsend. He was asked if he liked guitar players, what kind of guitar players, and he said, "You know what, I don't like guitar players, I like songwriters." And I feel the same way. My favorite guitar players are all songwriters. They all have a real melodic sense of what they're doing and a spontaneity to it that basically if you sat them down, they could create a song for you just playing it from nothing and from scratch. They would actually write a song on the spot for you.
What gives you your ideas for music, and how long does it usually take you to make a song the way you want it?
Writing songs really is a song-by-song experience because I can get an idea driving in my car down the street, and I'll get a melody in my head, and then I'll call my cell phone, leave that melody on my voicemail, so I'll remember it, and sort of start from there, get back home and say, what was that melody I was singing in the car? And then I'll take that melody and see if I can put some lyrics to it, and make a chorus to fit with that, and vice versa. My first 2 solo records that I did, the songs were there, the songs were written, and when we went in I had such an idea because I had worked so much on the demos and the parts were all mapped out that there was some spontaneity to it because I never play the same thing twice. So the first 2 records were more song-oriented and the parts were all there, but my 3rd record, we didn't have all of the songs written because we wanted to actually write as we were recording and see what happened that way. You hear a lot of string noise or harmonics behind the slide and you don't mute it. Because some people are really good at muting and they can have it completely flat with that all the time. the most embarrassing thing that you've ever done in front of an audience? I was in the Fabulous Thunderbirds when I was 18 years old. I had this sort of 80s hairdo. I had this long, thick hair that came down to here, and we were playing an outdoor festival, and the wind started to blow really bad, and I was chewing a huge wad of gum, and my hair flew into my mouth. I was chewing it, and it created this like hair ball in my mouth, and I couldn't get it out of my mouth. I couldn't spit it because it would just hang there in my hair, and so I ended up turning around and had to chew my hair off the gum to throw it out. But I think it was stuck in there for about 5 minutes while I was playing. This is all with having to remember the song I was playing as well, on stage for 100,000 people or something. I tend to lean towards the funkier side of things. When I was growing up, my parents' album collection, which I tore through, consisted of Sly Stone, Donny Hathaway, the Beatles, the Stones, Dylan, and of course all the blues artists as well. Huge blues catalog. I still listen to Sly Stone records a lot. I listen to them every day. Donny Hathaway was probably my favorite singer, him and Stevie Wonder. Stevie was an unbelievable singer, but he was just the most innovative artist, I think, of our time. The way he recorded, the way he sang as a singer on these amazing chord progressions. Everything was sort of groundbreaking for Stevie. You know, the way he sang, the way he played clavinet, the way he played drums, the way he recorded it, the way he did everything himself had never been done at that point, and still has not been done, I don't think. Important to you in your life, and how does that affect your playing? I think the priorities have changed over the years. My aspirations and goals are to make records, and make records that I love, and go out and play live. Well, I think that it's sort of a great time to be you completely as an artist, and you can put it out any way that you want to, and it will get heard. Right now in my life, I have a beautiful family with a beautiful wife and 2 little daughters, and that to me is the biggest priority. And I don't know, I'm trying to just do the biggest gigs I can so we can hire a nanny and get on the road, get the whole family on the road. You know, I want to make it work somehow.
Thank you.